Trade deadline rumors are swirling, and Washington is getting fucking active today. After the trading of defensive end Montez Sweat to the Chicago Bears for a second round earlier this morning, Washington has now traded defensive end Chase Young. Both of them are gone. Chase and Tez are both gone to join his Ohio State teammate Nick Bosa on the San Francisco 49ers for a third round pick. Third round pick, y'all. Third round pick. Chase is gone. I know of the two, it makes sense why Chase got the lesser draft value because of injury history. But we just lost both of them, y'all. Chase and Montez are now gone. I've been saying if you're going to start it over, you might as well bust up this defensive line. You've paid both defensive tackles, and the team is still 31st in scoring defense. The team is giving up 30 points a week. And we're bringing in a new general manager who might shake shit up. It now looks very clear for those who it was not clear to that this current front office and coaching staff is gone, and they are now having the strings pulled by our ownership group, and it could be a private party that's going to be in this building next year because Chase Young flipped for third, Montez Sweat flipped for second. Those who didn't think we were going to sell at the deadline, I was one of them. I was like, with Ron here, I could not see us making moves, but this was what I would do. They flipped both defensive ends. They say some guys wanted them kept, but they said the ownership group is the reason why these moves are happening. This was not a Ron influence move. This is not Ron trying to burn the house down on his way out. Diana Rossini reported straight up that Washington's ownership group had a strong hand in deciding the deal of both Chase Young and Tez. Many in the building wanted to keep them because they believe in this team, but in the end, it's about the future of the Commanders, the future in correctly building, retooling, and putting together a consistent organization. And call it what you want, call it coaching, call it execution, call it amalgamation of both. Our four defensive linemen we took in the first round in unison have been a disappointment. There's a lot of parties that take a piece of the blame pie of why it didn't pan out. But when you take four guys in one room, the defensive line group, and they're all first round picks, all supposed to be held on a specific pedestal, all supposed to be held to a specific production standard, they didn't. And in unison, they didn't contribute what they should have. They underachieved as a group, and it was time to move forward. It hurts. It stings. I wanted Chase Young to be my Nick Bosa. Now he gets to play with Nick Bosa. I wanted Chase Young and Montez Sweat to be our Matheson Freeney combination. I thought they were going to wreck the league together. But if you're being totally honest, the guys that dominate the league at their positions and that command the money that they're going to be seeking this offseason, they have the amount of sacks that these two guys have combined by themselves. Go look at it for yourself. Chase Young has 14 career sacks. Montez Sweat has 35 and a half. As much as we like them, as solid as they are solid. They are solid players. They are not blue chip, break the bank, start your franchise around these guys type players. Couldn't they turn out into that in their new destinations? Possibly. Chase Young is now in a perfect situation for him. He doesn't have to be Batman on that defense. He can be Robin to Nick Bosa's Batman. Nick Bosa's a fucking dog. Nick Bosa won the Defensive Player of the Year last year. There are no more expectations for Chase Young, so he can just let his hair down and bald now. No outside distractions, no distractions of being drafted by the team of the area where you're from. He gets a fresh, clean state in San Francisco, and I hope he balls out. I hope the best for Chase Young. Hope the best for Montez Sweat. Any guy that leaves this organization, I wish the best of them in their endeavors elsewhere. But I get it. I get why we did it. I wish we could have got a first rounder for Chase. But Chase Young, as we currently stand on Halloween Day 2023, does not produce on the clip to warrant a first round pick from anybody. For what? For what he did in 2020 as a rookie before the league got a year of tape on him? no double-digit sack seasons. His ACL tear with the patella graft took almost 2 years to almost 2 seasons, and he's been good at times. He's also been meh at times. When you take a guy with the second overall pick in the draft, at some point he has to show the ability that he's a game wrecker, game changer, and makes game-deciding plays. He has not made those plays since his rookie year in 2020, if we're being totally honest. I won't call him a bust, but when you pick a guy at the second overall spot and he never lives up to that draft positioning, it doesn't look good, especially when he doesn't get offered his 5th-year contract or second contract with the team. Those are 2 more first-round picks that will be moving on, but we at least got a semblance of value back for each guy. 3rd rounder for Chase Young. I know that sounds head-scratching to casuals and to fans outside of the DC area. We're not talking about a 14, 15 sack a year guy here. We're not talking about a Khalil Mack, a Bosa brother, a Watt brother. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a middle-of-the-pack pass rusher who still lacks a pass-rushing arsenal, but has talent and athleticism for days. Potential. Potential does one or two things. It's either met and you get to reap the benefits of it, or it's never found and it gets guys fired. Guys get fired for banking on potential every day, and our front office said we're going to bet on our new executives to find pass rushers that can be special, because the ones that we currently have, while we like the guys in the building, they do not warrant the quarterback money they're going to seek in the open market in this upcoming free agency class of 2024, especially with the salary cap constantly rising. These guys are going to be asking for quarterback money. Both of their contracts will probably start with a base salary higher than the $22.5 million we're already paying annually to Daron Payne. I totally understand it. I know this is going to sound like bullshit to a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be sad. They're going to be, fuck the franchise. Josh Harris, what are you doing? It makes sense in the long-term grand scheme, bigger picture of things. It doesn't feel like it in the moment. Let your hurt out. Let your pain out. But the fact of the matter is, neither of these guys are a blue chip generational talent edge rusher. And that was the term that came into the league with number 99, Chase Young, when we drafted him here from Ohio State. And that's what we expected to get from him. Injuries and coaching and execution. There are a multitude of reasons why that did not take place here, but I don't think we were ever going to see the guy that fans see. Fans look in the mirror and see TJ Watt when they see a 99 jersey. They see Khalil Mack. They see a prime top 5 edge rusher in the league when they look at him. When you have to start doing things like starting all your arguments with pressure rates and advanced analytical pie chart Twitter, when those have to start your arguments, it tells you all you need to know about what that player is. That is home-based, burgundy-tinted lenses logic, and the truth is, he never panned out to be what we wanted him to be here. I hope he finds that there in San Francisco. I wonder if Washington's done making deals at this point. It's clear the sale is on. For those who said, Rio, they're definitely not going to trade anybody else. I present to you another trade before 4 p.m. Josh Harris, Mitchell Rales, Magic Johnson and company, Eugene Shen, y'all cook. Cook. Keep throwing shit in that pot till we can call it gumbo stew, because I want my team to be built the right way. And you can't sit here and act like we won anything, produced anything, or accomplished anything with the group of first-round defensive tackles and ends that were accumulated here. It's a hard truth and a hard pill to swallow, but I'm going to keep it 100,000 with you. We're going to be all right, because that's all we are with them here. All right and worse. We ain't done nothing with them. We'll be all right without them. Hard pill to swallow, but I'm going to always keep it 100,000 with you. That's all I got for right now, unless Washington makes another trade before the 4 o'clock deadline. We're at the 3:02 mark right now. We'll see. That's all I got for right now. Best of your endeavors and good luck in San Francisco, Chase Young. We were glad to have you. Deuces, my brother.